Welcome back to Omni Garage. Today we are installing some roof racks on the 2016 Subaru Outback that we've got sitting behind us here.
Yep, so these are the Yakima FatCat EVO 6 roof racks, and these are the ones that have got the snowboarding clip or the ski clip, so you can just put your skis and boards in there, clip it down, and off you go to the mountain. So we'll unbox these and see what we've got, and then we're going to install them as well, so you guys can have a good look at how they look.
Cracked in here, we'll just slice all the way through.
Just rip it, man.
Just rip it. Okay.
We'll talk about these things in just a moment.
Come back to those. A little package in there. I think that'll be all of our accessories, potentially. We've got our tie-down straps.
These are also tie-downs. There's a couple of packets of tie-downs in here.
Got a couple of air fresheners thrown in there. Those out of the way.
But this is the main deal. This is what we're going to be installing.
This is the FatCat EVO 6. So we'll rip into this box. We'll just fix it this way.
Oh, there you go. They are looking nice. Look at those.
So we've got an instruction manual here, and a little bit scary. It's about 10 pages long. We'll come back to that. Hopefully there's a few languages in there, that's why it's so long.
But here's the Yakima ski and board rack there. So when you've got your rails that come across your car like that, these sit on top, and hopefully when you push this button here, this part here opens up, and your skis and boards can go in there, and then you can close it back down.
Just clamps down.
So this is a really nice finish. This is going to be nice and sleek on the top of your car, and hopefully there won't be too much wind noise coming across there, and hopefully it makes the ride quite silent. So
what's the weight of this? How does it?
They're not too heavy.
No, it feels relatively well built though, doesn't it? Like
yeah, it's pretty solid.
Like a really
that's like plastic, and in the middle there's this sort of rubber groove in here, and that's hopefully to protect your ski and boards. So
we'll unbox the second one, get these out, get them.
And on the end here you can see that there's an oversized button there with a little key lock there, so you can easily open it with your ski gloves and stuff on, and then unlock it, and off you go to the mountain. So that's a really nice safety feature there.
I believe it has 2 keys included in as well, so
okay.
You've got one, and you've got your spare as well.
Yeah.
And then inside the box here, we've obviously got the other piece matching. Got that there. So we'll set that down.
So if you take the end of that off, we should be able to open them up.
We should. And what I've just noticed on these is the Yakima logo on there is a sticker, and you'll be able to see it's actually it's peeling off on there. So I don't know how long that's going to last. I don't know about this one.
This one's not too bad.
No, got a couple of edges there that are raised. So
when you push your button there, it just hopefully there you go. So that's what they look like when they're open. And then you put your boards and stuff through there, close it up, away you go. So that opens all the way up, so you'll be able to get...
It does.
And this is the 6, so I believe you can get 6 pairs of skis on here stacked on top of each other, or you can get 4 boards, 2 stacked there and 2 stacked there. So that's definitely plenty of gear to put on there, I reckon.
Yeah. And then inside here, so this is what we were talking about. We've got the 2 keys, the hex key and the washers, in order to actually install it.
And they've also given us some different types of clamps, and different clamps suit different types of cross rails, and it's just depending on which one you've got. So there's a couple of additional options here, so that's really handy.
Yeah, I think, what have we got? We've got 4 of these here.
4 of those ones. And these look like, you'll be able to see it when we install, but these ones sort of go across your bar, clip round, and then you sort of screw them on, kind of like you're doing up a binding almost. That's that kind.
And I believe these are to raise the rails, aren't they? If you don't have any clearance on the...
No, so the clearance...
Those, they must be...
The clearance bars are under here, so...
Gotcha, so these...
So usually what happens is when you've stacked 2 pairs of bindings or 2 pairs of boards, the bottom binding can sometimes scratch against your roof.
Yep.
So this is called a SkiLift. So when you unbolt this will raise it up on an angle like that, so that gives you more clearance for your binding, so they don't hit the roof.
Scratching the roof of your car.
So that's a really handy feature. I've used some of these before, and what's happened is it's been too low to the roof. Your bottom pair of like a board or something, that binding scraping along the roof, and it causes your paint to come off. So this is a really good feature of the Yakima ski racks there. Okay, so another accessory that came in the box was the Dakine Aero pack pads, and what these do is these, when you put your cross rail across, these slip over the top like that, and slip across like that, and this allows you to use it to put your surfboard on top. So they're nice and soft, so they're not going to cause any damage to your surfboard, but that's just another bonus extra when you're getting these. So and these are just a packet of tie downs that you also need to tie your surfboard down. So you've got to buy these separately. They don't come as part of the Yakima pack, but it's another extra that you can get, so that's really nice.
So that is pretty much the full kit. Clamps.
So that's the full kit. So we'll install a couple of these and show you what they look like when we put them on. Okay, so we're going to install the clamp that goes onto your cross rail. So we're using the binding kind of style like one. You want to unclamp this or unclip it and plop it on top here, and this is where you're going to do it up from. So they've given you a washer here, and they've also given you like a little sort of twisty screw type thing. And that should just screw on nice and easy like that. And you're going to go through and you're going to do the same process for the other three clamps. And what's really good about this one is that all your hardware using that you need to attach this to your cross rail is all hidden inside this rail here like that. So that once you've closed it like this, you can lock it all up and no one can get in there to access any of that. So that's a really good safety feature there. Okay, so a really interesting feature about the 2016 Outback is the fact that it comes with its cross rails already installed. So they're hidden in with this big plastic shield here, and this feature is really neat. So on this side here, no, it must be this side. There's a little plug here that you unclip, and out comes your cross rail. So it's the same on the other side. So if we just twist that around there without scratching the roof, I'll go around, I'll do the other side, and I'll show you how they clip in. Here we go, so we're just going to do the same on the other side here. And there we are, there's our cross rails installed. Okay, so once you've got your centre rail installed, then you can put your clamps on, and once they're all installed, then this is the fun part, actually installing the part that's going to hold your skis or your snowboarding on. So now if we match it up with the same side, so when you put this on, you want to make sure that your button, which is the thing that's going to undo all this, is all on the same side. Slide it into place, and then from memory, I think this has got to be relatively loose. So you want to make sure that your actual clamp is quite loose, because that releases this little lock button in here. And the idea is that that comes around, and it's kind of like a binding, like a snowboarding binding. It just sort of clamps in place. Like so, and then you just tighten it up, and that should push that silver button back down again. And that should tighten everything up. I'm going to go around and do the same on the other side there. You want to make sure it's undone a little bit looser, and that releases that silver button. Bring your clip round. Actually, it needs a little bit looser. And so I've installed quite a few pairs of roof racks and stuff and accessories, and they're really fiddly. There's nothing that can stop these being so fiddly. So, and then once you're in place, you can then tighten it all up. And there we are, and that's the Yakima EVO 6 FatCat installment. Okay, so now that we've installed our roof racks with our Yakima snowboarding clamps, we can now put our gear on. So hopefully we've got the spacing all right here. Start it back. And clamp it in place. So a really nice feature of these is that you can grab a key now and you can lock these in place. So when you're doing your shopping and buying a few bits and pieces before you head up to the mountain, lock these in place and everything here will be nice and secure. So that was a really nice install. A little bit tricky at times, so take your time, read the instructions, and you will eventually work it out. Okay, so the last product that we have left to install is the Dakine Aero Rack Pad, and what this does is it's got a little Velcro attachment here, and you just unpeel that, and hopefully what you can do is just Velcro that up around your crossbar. And the idea of using these is to have them so that you can then rest your surfboard on there, and then with some tie downs you can attach it on there and off you go to the beach. So we'll just quickly pop these on. Shouldn't take too long. So this is a really handy little accessory that you can use when you're heading off to the beach. So that's one on, and we'll just chuck the other on. And there we are. So once these are installed, then you can then put your surfboard along there, use those tie downs that we showed you at the beginning, and off you go to the beach. So handy little accessory to install there. So there you have it. So that was the install of the Yakima FatCat EVO 6 ski and snowboard rack, and also the install of the Dakine surfboard pad. So hopefully you enjoy that install video, and hopefully there's a few things in there that will help you out. Please hit the subscribe button to keep the content rolling. That's it from Omni Garage.